Thank you very much.
Yes,
Mr. Randazzo, Christians and Jews are described as people of the book in Islam, and Muslims can establish family relations with them, eat their food, and make all kinds of interactions based on love, compassion, and mercy. Through Islam, that is opposite to all kinds of radicalism and bigotry, establishes a society of self-giving, peace, security, freedoms, and competing for the goodness of others. You have many relations with the media and academicians, and this provides you a great opportunity to encourage peace and brotherhood between peoples and different faiths. Do you find any means to give this message of peace in your work? How could we work together in order to encourage young generations and all others to have this clear understanding?
I actually all the time have opportunities to talk about this in my work. I just like last Friday I was on a TV program and we were discussing the Turkish and Syrian violence, and I was on the program giving my background discussing Turkey, and at one point in the program, one of the other news people said, but isn't this really Turkey trying to create an Islamic empire in the Middle East? And I was like, actually not. That's not what this is about. And had an opportunity to try and share with them some of their misunderstandings of language, political language, Turkish political language, how if all they ever read is a single article, as Jerry was mentioning, and so they think now they're an expert on Turkey because they read that Prime Minister Erdogan from time to time has a temper. And so, so clearly he wants to create an Islamic state throughout the Middle East, and they're completely wrong. They don't know Turks. They don't have friends who are Turks, and so they just lack understanding. So I have these opportunities frequently to have these conversations. Unfortunately, that's it's one-on-one, right? So that's it's just a few people at a time. Ways that we can work together, though, I think is trying to increase, hopefully, programs like this that can reach across to people who haven't, already heard these kinds of things discussed. Hopefully, some of this information is new and helpful to your viewers. Really, I think it has to be partnerships that share interactions. It has to be, if we're just talking about Turkey and the United States, it has to be Turks meeting Americans, Americans meeting Turks for the first time and getting to know each other. If we're talking about Islam and Christianity, it has to be Muslims and Christians getting together and getting to know each other, because we fear what we don't know, and that leads to prejudice, and that leads to misunderstandings, and so that leads to somebody reading a single article and assuming then that they know everything about it because they lack that knowledge, and so that taps into fear of that unknown. So it really can only come, I believe, from interactions face to face, because maybe even this program could just be written off as propaganda, because I am not seeing face to face the person, the audience, and so maybe even somebody listening to me now is just going to dismiss me as being crazy or for carrying water for the Turkish government or something like that. So maybe this has limited value. I hope not. I do think though that primarily it has to come through partnerships that allow for actual interaction, which is why the course that I teach, I feel the most important part is we don't just teach about Turkish politics, but then the students, they come to Turkey and we meet members of the Turkish government, both AKP and CHP. MHP, for some reason, hasn't wanted to meet with us. We meet. We go to. I have friends who are Muslim who have kindly invited us into their homes to share a dinner with them and to meet their whole family and to see how a Muslim family is just the same as a Christian family in the way that fathers love their daughters and the way that mothers care for their sons. I think that's ultimately is the only long-term sort of solution for trying to get at what you're saying about people understanding the true nature of what's in Islam and what's in Christianity.
I definitely have some comments on that. For one thing, I want to thank you for being here with us. And another, I can tell you that it will have meaning because myself, and I know a lot of my co-hosts here with me, I talk to hundreds of people every day about this same subject. And it usually starts out one-on-one, but by the time it gets done, there's usually a lot of people that read what we write and what we put out. And ironically, when I was notified that we had a show today, I was in the middle of writing an article for an international publication on this very thing. I'll give you a little bit of the insight to it because it fits really well in right here. And again, this will definitely make a difference to people because people are really starting to listen. But when we look at the European parliamentary approach to this matter, and we're talking the Turkish Union, they also think, and this is from research that I've done and me and Ceylan have done over the last week or two, they also think that Turkey should take the lead and protect the interests of both America and Europe in the region through a committee of European and North American countries. Syria also needs this kind of peaceful solution and long-time democratic solutions to be functional and to be socially and economically stable as far as the Turkish Islamic Union goes. The Turkish Islamic Union is a union of love, it is a union of affection, a union of hearts. The basis of the union are love, altruism, helping others, compassion, tolerance, understanding, and this is through the whole Middle East. This isn't just Turkey. The aim of the union is also to achieve the highest levels of respect for human beings in art, science, and technology. Once the union is established, not just the Turkish societies and Muslims, but the whole world can attain enlightenment from this kind of a union. Because what truly makes believers, and we're talking the Middle East here, a lot of people in the West do not understand the belief and the faith that people can have, especially like they do in the Middle East. You don't see it here in America like you do there. What truly makes believers' union strong is their faith and loyalty to each other and to Allah. Because only genuine faith can engender true friendship and alliance. Muslims love one another with a pure heart and for the good and pleasure of Allah, without the slightest selfish interest in true Islam. A union built on the strongest foundation known to humanity, the fear and love of Allah, will never shatter unless Allah wills it otherwise. The Turkish Islamic Union will bring peace to the world if, once it is in effect and people start to see how this works. The Turkish Islamic Union will first and foremost resolve the disputes between Muslim countries and bring peace to the Islamic world. It will also oppose all those movements that incite war and conflict in the world as a whole and work to cure these in a peaceful, logical, compassionate manner, and will be a force capable of preventing all initiatives aimed at provoking war. And this is through peace. This isn't through, like a lot of people say, well, they have jihad. Okay, well, it's because a lot of people don't understand jihad. It's not a war against another race. It's not a war against another religion. It is a war to embetter, to make your religion better, to make yourself better, to make, everything around you better. So what a lot of people are misunderstanding, and like you say, again, we'll go back to education with the Turkish Islamic Union. A lot of people do there, well, why does Turkey have to do it? Well, it's not that Turkey is saying that they have to do it. It's that a lot of people in the Middle East, Germany, the UK, Russia, Syria, a lot of the places are saying they're looking at Turkey to do this. That's why Turkish Islamic Union, because a lot of people in the Middle East are looking at Turkey because their model of democracy is a model in that area.
Yes.